In this short video, I want to talk to you about the diagram that I posted in the group, among other pictures. This is a diagram, of course, made by hand. There's nothing very fancy about it, but I don't have a program for the diagram, so I will I draw it by hand. And so I will explain to you this diagram. For those who like diagrams, it will be very handy and easy to use before we will have the good diagram made by Janet. So right here, this first row, this is round. This is the last round 2 with double stitches and chains, 2 chains between double stitches. So we will start every petal in the section of chain 2. We will connect a thread to our space between 2 double crochet stitches, make our chain 1, and we will make stitches. So 1 stitch into the first chain of 2, then on top of double crochet, then 2 single crochet stitches in the chain of 2, 1 stitch over the top of the double crochet stitch, and last stitch into the space, into the chain of 2. So you basically make 1 stitch instead of 2 here. This is just following the book, the way it's written there, in the pattern written in the book. So after that, after we can make this, we will go this direction. And this arrow that I made tells us, it gives you direction in which way we're going. Next we make chain 1 and we turn. We go in this way. After that, the second row, we will make 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stitches over the first 5 single crochet stitches. And into the last stitch we make single crochet increase. That means you see that sign. It is 2 single crochet stitches made into 1 stitch. Also notice those lines. I use them the same as in Japanese books. We will crochet every single row into the back loops. You can see those stitches are all having a line underneath. So after the single crochet increase, again the arrow shows us we're going up. We're going to start third row. We make chain 1 and turn. This time we make 6 single crochet stitches and again single crochet increase into the last stitch. This gives us the wider petal. We make petal wider on both sides, evenly increasing on one side and on another. So after the third row, fourth row, again we have a arrow, show us direction of my work, and chain. After that we make first 4 single crochet stitches, then we make popcorn stitch. Popcorn stitches normally are made in diagrams this way, like a barrel of stitches. Some of them will have crossed lines because it's double crochet stitches, as double crochet look like that. And sometimes you will see the number inside, which, like I did, which indicates how many double crochet stitches are actually involved in creating this popcorn stitch. And always popcorn stitches are made into 1 stitch. In my case I have line underneath. In some cases it will be drawn like this. So stitch or popcorn stitches made into the chain or into the stitch below. So this is our case. We are going into the back loop and we are going to crochet popcorn stitch. So here our popcorn stitch, according to the book, consists of 4 double crochet stitches, and you can see I dropped this arrow down to show you where we're going, to which row. This is a very unusual pattern, and we are going to crochet popcorn stitch or 4 double crochet stitches into the second row, into the 4th stitch. So how to do this and how to find that 4th stitch and how to find second row, I'm showing it in a video tutorial, so watch the first part and everything explained there. Then we will skip one stitch. This one stitch that we skip is located just behind popcorn stitch. You will not see it on the diagram at all. And then this is what we're skipping. This is we crocheting everything into the row below, but popcorn stitch is going to be made into the 2 rows, second row, skipping 1 row, going to the second row below. So we will, after the popcorn stitch, we're skipping this stitch and we crochet into the rest. There are 3 stitches left, into 1 stitch, into second we make 2 single crochet and again increase. And again we're going into to turn to make 5th round, fifth row. Here also I have, if you notice, numbers: number 4, number 2, number 8, number 6. Read the number written in the few of the single crochet stitches. Those are the number of stitches that you need to crochet the popcorn stitch into. So here this first popcorn crocheted into the 4th stitch of a second row. Those 2 popcorn stitches are made into the 4th row, first one into second stitch, and the second popcorn stitch made into the stitch that is in increase, the 8th stitch. If you will count from the beginning, it will be 8th stitch. And then we'll make another stitch also of single crochet stitches, 8 of them, and single crochet increase at the end. And again we're going to make a new row with popcorn stitches. So again, I already explained to you how to make them. We go into the 2 rows below, and after 2 single crochet stitches we have first popcorn stitch made into the second stitch of the 4th row, then 5 single crochet stitches, skipping 1, and then another popcorn stitch into the 8th stitch of the 4th row. And we will finish, we'll skip 1 stitch that hiding behind the popcorn stitch, and we'll make increase. This will be our last increase at the end of the row, and 2 more rows to finish. So the 7th row, there's no changes, just single crochet stitches, 11 single crochet stitches, and notice we don't have increase anymore. We will crochet the last stitch row with 1 more popcorn stitch, and this time we will make 5 single crochet stitches, then popcorn stitch goes into the 6th stitch of the 6th row. And it's easy to count and see if that stitch will be very visible. It will be just between, in the middle of those 2 popcorn stitches. Very easy to find. And then you finish again, you skip 1 stitch and finish crochet 5 more single crochet stitches in the 5 remaining stitches of the previous row. So this is how you read the diagram. I know that Janet will make much better diagram for you, and it will make more sense, and of course she is following my directions, but I think that I hope it's not too many signs here I made and symbols for you, but I thought that it's important to make them because every single arrow or sign makes sense to me, at least. So I hope it will helpful, and enjoy crocheting this motif.